The free throw is one of the most fundamental shots in the game of basketball. Many games could be won or lost at the line. Even though the shot is only worth 1 point, it could be crucial to your team's success in winning the game. When thinking about a free throw, you might think of NBA shooters such as Stephen Curry, Steve Nash, or JJ Redick. But today you aren't going to learn how to shoot a free throw from any of these NBA greats. You're going to learn from Corey Staples and Joe Runzer. The first step in this process is to acquire a basketball. You can get one from any sporting goods store, or in Joe's case, a trash can.
Oh look, a basketball.
The next step in this process is to go to a basketball court, because what are you going to do with a basketball and no court, am I right? The next step in the process is to stand at the free throw line. Make sure you don't stand at any of the other lines.
Is this the free throw line?
No, Joe, that's the baseline.
Is this the free throw line?
No, Joe, that's the 3-point line.
Is this the free throw line?
No, that's the half-court line. Yay, Joe finally found the free throw line. While standing at the line and to remain balanced, stand square to the basket, with a stagger in your feet, or with a tilt, whichever is most comfortable. Make sure you aren't stepping on the line when you shoot, because then your points will not count. The next steps in the process are to place your dominant and non-dominant hands on the basketball. Be sure your dominant hand is on the top and your non-dominant hand is on the side or under, whichever is most comfortable for you. Be sure your hands aren't placed anywhere else on the ball or your shot will surely miss. The next step is to develop a routine. It isn't required, but it might get you more comfortable before you shoot. The next step is to keep your eyes on the basket. This will help with your aim and it will also help you make sure that you make your shot. Make sure your eyes aren't looking anywhere else or you'll miss. The next step is to bend your knees. You're going to want to do this to generate power in your shot. The next step is to begin your shot. You want to start to come up with the ball still in your hands as your knees are unbending. Then, once the ball is at about forehead or eye level, push up and out with your dominant hand. Be sure to have a flick of the wrist. What you don't want to do is push too hard or too soft. You want to find the balance in between the two. Also, be sure to let your non-dominant hand slide off the side of the ball. If you don't, your shot could end up looking like this. In the end, your free throw should look like you actually played a little bit of basketball in your life, and not like Joe Runzer's. As long as you follow the steps, you should be A-okay.